What up, everybody? It's your man, Eric Wilson, and of course, I got my man with me, Lance LaRosa. Lance, say what's up to the people.
What's up to the people?
Man, this is it. ROE, recap of the Eagles game, week number 4 in the NFL, and can I just say, first and foremost, thank you, Doug Peterson, because apparently Doug listens to our show.
Yeah, must be.
Because when we said bring the blunt force trauma, that's exactly what he did. I have watched that replay at least 24 times. I was going to watch it today, but I had to do some work, so I am excited. 3-1 is where we're at right now. Lance, let's get right to the game here.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, a lot of good highlights out of this game.
Yes.
It's amazing to see some really great highs, but there's a lot of stuff I wasn't happy with.
Such as
letting them get back in the game and not being a fourth quarter team.
Okay. All right. I mean, listen, when it comes to the LA Chargers, I'm not a fan of Phillip Rivers. I'm not a fan of Keenan Allen, Melvin Gordon, that whole entire squad. But you know what? At least they made it a game for all the Philly fans that took over the stadium, because apparently it has now been deemed Philly West out there in LA. I didn't even know this.
It's incredible. That was actually one of the biggest things. Like, you would think it was a home game. And it's funny because we talked about this, about how going to a Charger stadium, that was always one of their biggest problems against any team there. The Chargers automatically had the advantage that they had the home turf, but they had the noise factor. They had that friggin' tidal wave crowd that you could not hear over, and it didn't happen in LA.
No,
they don't have the fan base.
It was all Eagles chants. Like, I was actually watching some of the highlights and some of the replays and the people on Instagram and Snapchat.
Oh my God,
it
the
was
snaps
more
are incredible.
Let's go Eagles than it was let's go Chargers. You maybe heard like a couple filter in and out. But all right, so I'm gonna give him some love. I know you're not gonna be happy with him, but Nelson had 3 catches for 50-some yards.
He did have 3 catches for 57 yards, which is great.
Yes.
But he dropped the ball quite a few times as well. And it's a matter of like, look, don't get me wrong. You throw shit at a wall enough times, it's going to stick.
Okay. But I just got to say, the brother's getting better. He's getting a rhythm. He's getting a couple reps. Being in a slot position where we know that's where he belongs, that's what we needed from him.
Yes, I'll give him that. Being in slot makes a huge difference.
Yeah, of course it
has
does.
Increased his stats, it's increased his yards. It's made him a viable threat where it's a matter of watching him, because before, it didn't matter if it was open, you don't get to catch it.
Right. So what about the running back that came in to replace Sproles, Corey Clement? What do you like about him?
He has to take, okay, I don't know enough about him yet to see, but I was impressed. He got some work done.
Yeah.
He got out there, he got the reps, he got the yards. He didn't really, he didn't wow factor me. I wasn't like, oh man, this is we're right here looking at the next, LaDainian Tomlinson. We're looking at,
I'm not going that far. I'm just saying,
but
from a perspective, as a fan, are we okay with him coming into this role? Because he's got huge shoes to fill.
He does, but you know what? I'm okay with him right now. And I'm excited to see what he does.
All right.
Because, and fact check me on this, please. I'm pretty sure that statistically, the Chargers do not give up that many yards on the run game. So to go into such a tight run defense and actually be able to perform, get out there and keep going at it and make it happen. And of course, yes, in my opinion right now, he's playing second fiddle to Blunt,
yes.
But I mean, which I would assume in everyone's opinion, including his own, and he's doing it. It's working for him. So I think that's what's mattering right now, is he is a good enough backup that you can put him in and you're not like, oh, don't worry, they're not going to run it. Blunt's on, Blunt's out this play. He's got to get his breath. They're like, oh, crap, we still have to worry about the run.
Right.
That's what matters to me. Because when you head for the 2-back attack, you go, okay, yes, now we have to look for a finesse run versus we have to look for a power run, so that does change it. But we still have to look for a run. We still have to look for that pass. They may be in a trips wide formation, but he may come up the middle.
Okay.
And that's what we want to see.
All right, so then let's move on and talk about the defense, because I know you still have issues and concerns, especially with Fletcher Cox being out, about our defense. And then you said it, letting the Chargers back in the game. So listen, for me, I was all about the satisfaction of we were able to hold this team. We never let ourselves get too far away from the ultimate goal, which was the W. No necessary time to have to worry about, is Elliott going to be able to kick another game-winning field goal for us? We were able to stop the LA Chargers.
We were. For me, you know my nervous area.
I know.
When we get over 17 points, I go, oh, it's getting sketchy.
Right.
Because, and I don't know if at that point our offense loses confidence or they're just tired or what's going on, But like I said earlier, going back to it, it's like we weren't a fourth quarter team in this.
Okay.
We were letting them get too much done. Yes, we eventually held them. Yes, we eventually beat them. And thankfully, we're still number one in the division,
Yes.
which, awesome.
3-1.
Love it.
Dallas lost. Giants lost.
Oh, God, Giants lost. I mean, 0-4 in the Giants.
Redskins lost.
Like, that, and you know me. I'm looking forward to our next Sunday to Thursday game.
Yes.
Now, that being
Short
said,
week.
our Thursday night game is my birthday, so...
Oh, it's a victory. It's already
all
done
I'm
deal.
asking for,
It's a
like, from
victory.
all team members, I know you don't know me that well, but if you want to give me a birthday gift, give me a W.
It's going to
That's
be a
all I
W.
want.
We're
I just
playing
want a W.
Carolina. Are you, please, just to see everybody. Here's the thing.
Carolina-
They just beat New England.
Exactly.
Big whoop-de frickin' do. Okay?
Yeah, but like, yes, we've beat New England before, but you
Exactly.
know that we didn't beat New England when it mattered, and that always will. So anyone who beats,
yeah. Why are you talking on my heartstrings like that? You know how I feel about that. I'm sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying to you is, Carolina sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. And after the way Cam done ran his mouth, I'm not worried about Cam Newton. I'm not worried about the short week for us. We got 2 weeks. We got the game coming up on Sunday against Arizona. We are back home. Short week, and it's not like we're going back across country. We're traveling a little further south to go to Carolina. So I'm okay with that.
keeping it the same time zone,
Yes.
huge thing. If it's
Yeah.
the same time zone, definitely a big difference. Another thing I'm looking forward to with this, and against Carolina, especially because of what just happened, the only way Cam Newton's digging his ass out of the whole it's a female talking about routes issue is by winning.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have that on his shoulders. So going into the next couple of games, that's where his mindset is going to be. And let's be honest, Cam Newton is an incredible quarterback.
He is.
I don't want to really praise another team, but his stats speak for themselves. Yes, he did not win the Super Bowl, but he got out there and he puts up a good performance every time. He has a good team behind him.
Stop running your damn mouth unnecessarily. That's
My
what
point
I'm
being is,
saying.
I'm more worried about that game than I'm worried about Arizona. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm not worried about either one. We finna win against Arizona. We finna win against Carolina. And after that, then I'll start concerning myself with, what's going down. But as of right now, I am not concerned with either one of these next two teams.
I do want to go on to one thing, and this is just the Giants 0-4. This makes me so happy. Now, believe it or not, as diehard as an Eagles fan as I am, my little brother, he's a Giants fan. I don't know what happened. There's a black sheep in every family. But,
I got one too. I got a cousin who's a Cowboys fan.
Right,
I don't even speak to him.
Exactly, but I was out with my brother when it happened, and I was like, that just makes me feel better. That right there is everything.
It's like, it's the new knock-knock joke, right? Like, knock-knock, who's there? Oh, and who?
0-4.
Yeah. So, all right. So, over the past 4 games, the one person that we haven't really discussed or talked about has been our quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Second year. He's 3-1 right now. Where do we see his progression? Because I still think there are people out there saying he hasn't hit his stride yet. Are we going to see a sophomore slump from Carson? What do we expect moving forward? And we can just take what we saw Sunday against the Chargers. More importantly, what we're going to see coming up against Arizona.
See, I see a leader developing. I see someone who gets out there with his team. He goes through the reps. Like we've talked about it on previous shows.
Right.
You can reference back. I think it was episode 2 or 3, where you were talking about taking that. I think it was the first episode this season. We're talking about going out and playing with the team on his own, having if you will, a captain's practice in his hometown, getting the receivers and running timing and running running the routes. That's huge. I love that he's doing that kind of stuff. I love that he's getting hands-on. He's going, I'm only second year, but it doesn't matter. This is my team. I'm taking control of it. I see that coming from him.
Okay.
Now, is his play improving? Yeah, I actually do think it is because, he's winning on the road.
That's huge right there.
That was everything he couldn't do year one when he was coming out. And I don't know why he couldn't do it. If it was nerves, he couldn't handle a different crowd, mind you.
There
don't
are
know.
a lot of questions that we could have speculated and tried to hypothesize and figure out what was his problem. But to your point, correcting the mistakes and also getting the team not only to buy into him, but buy into the whole entire system. And I have to credit Doug Peterson with this because I was listening to, as I do a lot of times, I listened to his post-game speech that he gives to the players. And he told them, he's like, okay, you guys are really starting to feel this. You're trying to sense what I've been talking to you about, this whole concept of winning. It is a great feeling. It's one that we need to carry on. And he asked them, he's like, okay, we've got a little more of a stretch right now. We've got a Sunday, then a Thursday. I need y'all to buy into me for 2 more weeks before we get some rest. But start to feel this electricity, people, because this is the team that a lot of people are predicting, they're just the Eagles. Carson's in his sophomore year. They got Blunt for 1 year. It doesn't matter. No. What everybody needs to realize, and what all Eagle fans need to realize, is it's just like our hype video. We are not interested in all the talk this year. We are committed to winning and winning it all. And I think that is going to be the recipe for us to be successful.
I don't disagree with you. They have to. Now, going back to bringing this to the Carson topic.
Okay.
He's not quitting. And I know like that may sound kind of silly to say, but he's out there and they're catching up, or you're getting to that tie game where he's still trying to rally his team. He's still out there with the fight, and that's what's making the difference. That's not stuff you see out of a sophomore quarterback.
Right.
You expect him not to be like, oh, we're getting behind, oh, we're going to lose. He doesn't. No, he still believes he's going to win that game every single second of the game, and that makes a difference too. Bringing that energy to it, getting out there. I love it when they have him wired up and you can listen to it. It's amazing.
We haven't even touched on our receivers, Jeffries and Torrey Smith, and then we haven't even scratched the surface on our tight ends. Can I just say, Zach Ertz is a beast.
Oh my God.
This year. I am so glad I have him in fantasy, but aside from being a fan, can I just say thank you to Zach Ertz, because this brother has produced consistently every single week, and I'm like, even though Selleck and Burton, no disrespect to either one of them, but this man is playing like a true man possessed.
Well, when they took him from Stanford, that's what everyone was expecting. And the first year, you didn't see too much of it because there wasn't too much utilization. And I don't know if it was that transition to the pros or what was happening, but he keeps at it. He's strong. He's that player that we expected him to be from the beginning. And I know that's a lot to put on anyone's shoulders. Oh, we expect this performance of you, but thank you for it, man.
Yeah.
Because, yes, we always expect it because we're giving you the contract for it, but damn, we love to see it.
Oh, yeah.
Look, I'm proud to wear green. You know what I'm saying? Proud to wear green.
All day, every day. EAGLES, man. This has been a great episode of ROE. For your man, Lance Rosa, your man, Eric Wilson. We will talk to y'all next week.
Peace.
Peace.